शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। I hope I am audible.
Yeah.
So today is also the Jayanti of Swami Abhedananda, disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. So I offer my pranams to him, and we enter into 23rd Sarga of Ayodhyakaanda, which we have been seeing since last class, which was yesterday. I think we have finished up to 10 shlokas, and we have to start with 11th shloka. So some of these shlokas will have a lot of commentary, so you should be patient. At least it's just an incentive for me to look into these commentaries and speak a little from them. Otherwise, we could have just seen the shloka in a much more simple way, perhaps. It's a nice opportunity to look into these things. For example, like I have been saying, Shiromani Kara completely has a different picture, different interpretation to all these shlokas, which I'm not even mentioning. So only now and then I'm just mentioning in passing. It's a nice insight, good opportunity for me to look into these things at least. Anyway, so we have finished up to 10th shloka. Loka vidvishtam arabdham twadanyasya bhishechanam notsahe sahitum veera tatrame kshantumarhasi. So hey Veera, hey Rama. So this, anyasya abhishechanam. So this anyasya abhishechanam, abhishek of somebody else, that is of this Bharata, it is loka vidvishtam. It is something that people don't like, and I also don't like. I cannot put up with it. Please excuse me on this count. That so here I am not following your instructions or order, hey Rama. So because Lakshmana is very dear brother, to Rama. So please excuse me on this count. Tatra me kshantum arhasi. So you should please excuse me here. So excuse me for this going against your instruction that I should put up with it, or for all the words that I am now going to say hereafter. So what is he saying? Yenaiva magata dvaidham tava buddhir mahamate sopi dharmo mama dveshyo yat prasangad vimuhyasi. So hey Mahamate, hey Mahamate, hey intelligent Rama. See what he's trying to see. You are naturally an intelligent person, but what happened to you today? That is what he's trying to say. Hey Mahamate. So hey Mahamate is hey naturally intelligent person. Yena evam tava buddhihi dvaidham agata. So your buddhi has now approached this dvaidham. Dvaidham means twofoldness, So that is Vanavasa. So first you accepted for Patabhishekam, now you are saying Vanavasa, that kind of Dvaidham. What is this Dvaidham here? Commentators will say, we will see. But this Buddhi, your Buddhi is going on, two directions. So it's an unfortunate development. That is what he is trying to say. Sopi dharmaha mama dveshyaha. That also. So this Dvaidham, and then you are saying what is the reason for this Dvaidham of your mind. So that is because of dharma I am doing this, you are saying, and such a dharma because of which your buddhi has obtained this dvaidham, that dharma also dveshyaha, mama dveshyaha. I cannot put up with such a dharma that you are talking about. That is what you are saying is not dharma but weakness. That is what Lakshmana is trying to say. Mama dveshyaha. So why? Because yat prasangad vimuhyasi. Because of by taking recourse to such a dharma, you are actually confusing yourself. So yat prasangat means yat dharma prasangat. By mentioning which dharma, you are being confused. Otherwise, you are a very intelligent person. You are a Mahamati. Hey Mahamate, he is saying. So what he is telling there is Tvad Vishaye Prativachana Dana Rupam Mama Aparadham Kshantumarhasi. That is how Tilakakara interpreted that Tatrame Kshantumarhasi earlier. So I am going to give you prativachanam now. That is, I am going to talk back, which usually they don't do. They don't talk back to elders. So because I am going to talk back to you now, I seek your forgiveness beforehand. And now Tilakakara is telling prativachaname vaha. What is that reply that Lakshmana is giving back to Rama, because of which he already asked for forgiveness? That is this shloka onwards. Yat prasangad. So what is that prasanga? Yasya pitruvachanasya prasangad dharmatva prasanga kalpanat kalpanat hetoho vimuhyasi. So you are, so what has come up is pitruvachana paripalanam, and you are saying that is dharma, and because of this kalpita dharma, so you are creating one dharma for the words that our father has said. So what father has said is only dharma, abhasa, or whatever you want to take. So he is just a plot he is making, and he is saying dharma, and you are also saying dharma, and because of that vimuhyasi tad akarane pratyavayaha syaditi moham praptosi. What is that moha? Vimuhyasi means you have obtained moha. That is delusion. What is the delusion that you are holding on to? It is that if I don't follow pitruvakyam, then I will get pratyavaya dosha. So akarane pratyavayaha is what they say about nitya karmas, etc. You know, it's a concept which very strongly Shankara denies in the sense that it is otherwise understood. So maybe, I don't know if I said this earlier, so maybe to the extent I remember, I will tell you. So akarane pratyavayaha, they say nitya naimittika karmas, if you don't perform them, then you will get. Did I mention this earlier? I don't remember now. So I'm assuming I did not, and maybe it's a repeating, I don't know. Akarane pratyavayaha, they say for nitya naimittika karmas. What's the definition? These karmas are those which if you don't perform, you get pratyavaya rupa papam or dosha. So special punyam, etc. is not there. This is what Mimamsakas say. Vedantins don't agree. They say nitya naimittika karmas have swargam as the phalam, etc. Because they themselves have one sutra based on which Vedantins interpret it that way. And also Shankara says, see, akarane pratyavayaha you cannot say, because akaranam means abhava. So that karma abhava. Akaranam means what? So not performing. Not performing means abhava. From abhava, something positive cannot be born, which we never accept. Vedantins strongly condemn it. So akarane pratyavayaha means abhavat bhavotpattihi pratyavayotpattihi. We don't accept. So what Vedantins say for nitya naimittika karma is, it's a slightly outside the topic here, but since this is all dharma topic, I am just mentioning. So what Shankaracharya and other acharyas also explicitly mention, Gita Bhashyam, Taittiriya Bhashyam, etc. So what akarane pratyavayaha only means that akarane pratyavaya jnapyaha they are. That is, see, the dosham that you have accumulated would go away by this nitya naimittika karma. All that you know, so the papam that you have accumulated would go away if you perform this nitya naimittika karma. If you are not performing them, that means that papam is not going. That is all that remains. That is, your non-performance of nitya naimittika karma is an indication of your accumulation of papa. So much papa is there which is stopping you from performing this nitya naimittika karma, because of which that papa stock is not exhausting also. So that is how we understand. Very briefly I have said to you, because here pratyavaya word has come. So you are holding on to that akarane pratyavayaha iti dosha. Forget all that. If you take in a very standard sense, if I don't follow father's words, then I will get this pratyavaya rupa papam. So it's a special kind of papam which Mimamsakas talk about, which you incur if you don't follow nitya naimittika karma. So pitruvakya paripalanam, if I don't follow that papam, I will get iti, this moha, delusion that you are having. So moham praptosi yena cha mohena tava buddhihi evam dvaidham agata. Because of that moha, your buddhi has obtained this dvaidham. What is that dvaidham? Purvam rajyagrahana vishayatvam adhuna tatyaga vishayatva rupam prakaradvayam prapta. Earlier, father called and said, take the rajam. You said, okay. Now father is calling and saying, go, don't go. I am not going to give you the rajam. Go to the forest. You are saying, okay. This dvaidham, once like this, once like that, you are getting. So that is the moha that you have obtained. Prakaradvayam prapta. So dharmopi mama dveshyaha dharma bhasatvaditi bhavaha. What you are saying as dharma, that I don't like. I hate such kind of dharma. Why? Because it is dharma bhasa. It is only an act. So it is just a semblance of dharma. It is not really dharma. You are out of delusion thinking it is dharma. That is what he is trying to say. Yena. So because of which that moha you have obtained. So because of which means because of which dharma that you are appending to it. That dharma I don't like. So dharmopi mama dveshyaha. So yatha katanchit pitruvachanam kartavyam eveti manvanam ramam pratyaha yeneti. So this is Govindaraja telling. So okay, whatever you say, it is pitruvakya paripalanam, therefore I have to do. No, here pitruvakya paripalanam is also dharma bhasa. That is what Lakshmana is trying to say, because so he is going to give lot of reasons. We will see why pitruvakya. Here Dasharatha speaking about weakness, out of weakness. This he mentioned earlier also. Now again he is also still going to mention. We will see what he still has to say. कथं त्वं कर्मणा शक्तः कैकेयी वशवर्तिनः करिष्यसि पितुर्वाक्यम् अधर्मिष्ठं विगर्हितम्. So it is piturvakyam, but then that piturvakyam, it has come because out of his weakness towards Kaikeyi. That is what he is telling. So you who are karmana shaktaha, tvam karmana shaktaha means you are powerful enough to undo things by your own swakarma. We will see, you are powerful enough to swakartum akartum anyathava kartum samarthaha you are. That is how Tilakakara is telling. So you have that shakti to, so either as Ishvara or as an Uttama Purusha you can take. So he is strong enough to undo things that have gone against him. So if something is unfavorable to him, he is capable enough of undoing them. Such kind of you. So karmana shaktaha tvam. So katham piturvakyam karishyasi. So how can you follow piturvakyam? But then what kind of piturvakyam here? It is adharmishtham piturvakyam. It is piturvakyam, but it is filled with adharma. Such kind of piturvakyam, how will you follow? You see, this very same Rama, just because it is Piturvakyam, you need not follow. This Rama himself is going to show later when we will see that very moving situation where Dasharatha will ask Sumantra to not, let the Ratham move forward. Whereas Rama will say, no, you take away, take forward, etc. We will see that situation will come later. So it is Adharmishtham Piturvakyam. So how can you follow? If your father asks you to do Adharma, will you do it? That is what Lakshmana is saying. So Adharmishtham Piturvakyam. Katham tvam karishyasi. So such a person like you, how can he do? So it is adharmishtham and also vigarhitam. Vigarhitam means so something that people look down upon. Such kind of piturvakyam because it is filled with adharma. So how do you know it is adharma? Because there Dasharatha was not independent. He was under the clutch of Kaikeyi, clutches of Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi vashavartinaha pituhu vakyam. So the words of that father who is under the control of Kaikeyi. So Kaikeyi vashavartinaha pituhu vakyam, which is adharmishtham, which is vigarhitam. Katham tvam vidhaha naraha. Such person like you, katham karishyasi. How can he follow? So person like you, karmana achintya vaibhavaha vaibhavasva kriya shaktya kartum akartum anyatha kartum cha shaktaha samarthaha tvam Kaikeyi vashavartinaha Strijitasya ataiva garhitam lokanindhyam adharmishtancha vachaha karishyati. How can person like you do an adharmic thing if it is presented in the garb of Piturvakyam also? So karmana achintya vaibhava swakriya shaktya. So your swakriya shakti, your kriya shakti is so strong, it is achintya vaibhavam. It cannot be measured. So strong is your kriya shakti. Why? Because you are kartum akartum anyathava kartum shaktaha. You are, see, kartum akartum anyathava kartum shaktaha. When we speak about us as the karta, we mean it is, so I was having one word in mind, I forgot. So it is an option. So it is a possibility for us. It is possible for us to do. But then Rama being the Ishvara, he really has that capability. So we may not be capable. Theoretically it's possible for us, but Rama is, even really it is true about him that he can do otherwise. But then Lakshmana doesn't seem to invoke that kind of Ishvara here. Just means you're a very strong person, you're a dharmishtha person. People also like you. So you have here this option to undo things that has happened, etc. So karmana, paurusha karmana, as usual Shiromanikara in such cases he invokes Rama as Ishvara and all that. Karmana, paurusha karmana shaktaha pratikara samarthaha ityarthaha Govindaraja is telling. So karmana shaktaha means you are capable of taking revenge by your word, by your actions, or you can do undo things by your actions. So tvam Kaikeyi vashavartitvad adharmishtham vigarhitancha vakyam. See, because Dasharatha is under the influence of Kaikeyi at this moment, therefore it becomes adharma, whatever he is saying. This is like Mimamsakas have a very strong rule against Bauddha. So if something that Buddha has said, then you have to just reject it. Why? Because Buddha has said it. So there is a shloka like that, I don't remember. Merely because Buddha has said something, just put it aside. Even if Buddha has said you follow Shama, Dama, etc., no, put it aside. But still you have to follow Shama, Dama. Why? Because Shruti also has said it. So Buddhokta Vachanam, just because it is Buddhokti, you have to keep it aside. So they give an example, like even so you might bring Ganga water also, but in a very polluted container. So obviously you won't drink it, something like that. So it's a unfortunate development if you ask me personally. Just because Buddha said it, you have to keep aside. Why should you say? You have to say examine these things. Similarly, Govindaraja, something like that, he is telling. which Lakshmana himself is telling here in the shloka, merely because it was Kaikeyi's influence, therefore whatever Dasharatha is now speaking, it's not his independent word, so put it aside. Yadayam kilbishat bhedaha kritopyevan nagrihyati jayate tatra me dukkham dharma sangrascha garhitaha. So yadayam kilbishat bhedaha kritaha api evan nagrihyate. You see, you are not recognizing their plot. That is what Lakshmana is telling here. So bhedaha kritaha api nagrihyate. This entire plot has been done and still you are not looking, you are being too naive. That is what he is telling. So that is what is causing me problem. Mam tatra me dukkham jayate. What is troubling me is you are being too naive and not seeing their plot. So evam spashte apyadharme tava adharma buddhihi najayate iti me dukkham ityaha yaditi. So this is very obviously adharma, but you are not seeing it. This is what is causing me trouble. Iti he is saying. Ayam bhedaha abhisheka vighatana vighatanatma kilbishat mrisha varaprakalpanat kritopi. So this ayam bhedaha, what is this bheda here? Bheda here means undoing. That is, your abhisheka has been undone. That bhedaha, yadayam bhedaha kritaha. And kilbishat, how was it done? Kilbishat, but kilbisha here means so out of cheating. So mrishavara kalpanat kritaha api yadyataha tvayevam mrishavara prakalpitatvena nagrihyate. You are not seeing the truth of the matter. What is this from Lakshmana's perspective? The truth of the matter is not what Lakshmana is saying. The truth of the matter is what Rama is actually looking at. But Lakshmana, out of his love for his brother or whatever, out of his natural tendency to be very aggressive, he is seeing the other way. So yadayam bhedaha kilbishat kritaha evam nagrihyate. You are not seeing the truth of the matter. Evam means fact of the matter. We say, as it is, you are not seeing. As it is means what? The fact of the matter is they have plotted against you, which you are not recognizing. So tatra me dukkham jayate. This is what is troubling me. So ato me tatra tadvishaye dukkham jayate. Kapata kritamapyarthamasau sadhutaya grinhatiti mama vyatheti bhavaha. So my vyatha, my anguish is that, so this has been a plot against you, but you very naively are taking it as dharma, etc. Dharma sangascha garhitaha. This dharma sangaha here means your attachment to dharma. You are thinking this is dharma and you are being attached to it. It is garhitaha. So he's saying, somehow I feel very uncomfortable about it. I hate what you are saying. That is what he is telling. So kinchit evam vidha dharma sangaha evam vidha dharma saktihi nindya. So why are you behaving like this, Rama? That is what Lakshmana is saying. So it's very, something, very uncomfortable. He's saying, I can't even take these things that you are saying. So garhitaha. Garhitaha is, something that you have to abandon immediately. So something very bad. So this dharma sangaha, your attachment to dharma charanam here, it is garhitaha nindyaha. So twan mohadeva mama dukkham ityaha Govindaraja is telling, your delusion is causing me dukkham. Tavayam dharma sanyogo lokasyasya vigarhitaha manasapi katham kamam kuryatvam kamavrittayoho tayostvahitayor nityam shatruvoho pitrabhidhanayoho tavayam dharma sanyogaha lokasyasya vigarhitaha. So tava ayam dharma sanyogaha. This attachment to so-called dharma. Dharma here Lakshmana is speaking from Rama's perspective. What you are saying as dharma, this so-called dharma, it is asya lokasya vigarhitaha. It is something that people very look down upon very badly. Lokasyasya vigarhitaha. Manasapi katham kamam kuryatvam kamavrittayaha. So kamavrittayaha here is Dasharatha and Kaikeyi. Tvam, so tvam here you should take as tvam vina. All commentators are telling tvam vina manasa api katham kuryat. Other than you, who will do such a thing? That is what he is telling here. So tvam kamavrittayoho. So kamavrittayoho means of those who are kamavrittis. That is of those who are just intent on their swartham. Of those means what? Of those people's words. Katham tvam kuryat manasa api. So Tvam here means Tvam Vina. Other than you, who would follow the words of those people, those two people here, Dvivachanam, those two people who are only intent upon their Swartham. That is, nobody does such a thing, He Rama. It is Sarvasya Lokasya Vigarhitaha. Lokasyasya Vigarhitaha. Nobody in this world would like the thing that you are saying. Nobody would do such a thing. So Tvam, you have to say very unique prayoga by Valmiki. Tvam you should take as Tvam Vina. Tvam means Tvam Vina. Tatkrite karmani daiva kritatva buddhim Tvam Vina anyaha kamavrittayoho ahitayoho nityam pitrinamaka shatruvoho kamam manoratham manasapi katham kuryat anushtanam tu durataha. So manasapi kamam, here is kamavrittayoho kamam means, so kamavrittayoho means of those two people who are very selfish, their kamam. Kamavrittayoho kamam means the kamam of those two people who are selfish. Kamam here means their desire. The desire of those two selfish people, Tvam Vina, other than you, who would do in this world? So Tayoho, who are those? Kamavrittayoho, Tayoho, of those Kamavritti, two of those two Kamavritti people. So Tayoho, who are they? Ahitayoho, they are ahitas, they are not your well-wishers. And then Nityam Shatruoho, Nityam Ahitayoho you can say, Nityam Shatruoho, they are actually your enemies. And then Pitra Abhidhanayoho, they are only namesake. So Pitra Abhidhanayoho, that is Mata and Pita, Nama, Abhidhana means Nama, only namesake they are father and mother to you. They are not your father and mother. Why? Because if they were father and mother for reality, they would not have done such a thing to you, which is to keep you away from this kingdom, etc., which is not your something that anybody who would wish you well would do. So that who other than you would do. Manasapi tatham kamam kuryatvam kamavrittayoho tayostvahitayor nityam shatruoho pitrabhidhanayoho yadyapi pratipatiste daivichapi tayormatam tathapyupekshaniyante name tadapi rochate yadyapi te pratipattihi. He Rama, according to you, yadyapi daivi. So yadi daivi api. So He Rama, okay, for the moment I am going to say it is just fate that their pratipatti. Pratipatti here means that ichha or the action that they are doing, that is all their behavior. Pratipatti may be behavior, you can say, their behavior, that is to make Bharata the prince, Yuvaraja, and then to send you to the forest, etc. All this behavior of theirs, yadi daivi api, even if you say it is daivam, it is fate. So tayoho te matam. So tayoho pratipattihi, the pratipatti or the behavior of those two people, yadi daivi api te matam. If your matam or your opinion is that it is daivam, that it is what should I say, it is fate, destiny. Te pratipattihi daivi, tayoho, not te, tayoho pratipattihi daivi yadyapi. So te matam, if this is your opinion, still tathapi means still, upekshaniyam te. So it is something that you have to, okay, daivam means what? Just upekshan, keep that daivam away, and then you put in your efforts. That is, that daivam you have to, so upeksha is to, put it aside. So put that daivam aside. Te upekshaniyam means, so tvaya upekshaniyante name tadapi rochate. That daivam, that opinion you are saying that it is daivam, etc., that opinion I cannot take. Name tadapi rochate, that I don't like. Here one of the commentators is telling, so I think Tilakakara only, evancha priyabhratur mama asammatatvad idam tvaya tyajyam iti bhavaha. So as though Lakshmana is he's appealing to Rama's emotions. So name rochate, he Rama, he Anna, I don't like this. So I am your very dear brother. For my sake, please don't take recourse to Daivam. Please take matters under your control and undo these turn of events. So varasya vastavam daiva kritatvam abhyupetya. This is called abhyupagamavada, they say in Shastra. So for a moment I am accepting what you are saying. So accepting what you are saying for the moment, I don't agree with you, but accepting what you are saying, still, even if it is Daivam, you are a very strong person, please keep it aside. So that is, so far he has been saying it is not Daivam at all, it is just your weakness, your manda buddhi, etc., without saying so much. So he is saying, Rama, you are Mahamati, but still what you are doing is a Durmati or a manda buddhi's things you are doing. That's what he has been saying so far, your weakness, etc. Now he is telling, even if it is Daivam, you are strong enough to undo it. So tayoho pitroho pratipattihi tadabhisheka vighatana vishaya buddhihi api daivi cha daivyeveti yadyapi te matam tathapi te tvaya, etc. I have told all this. So tadapi idrisham viruddhakari daivam api narochate. This daivam which is viruddhakari, I don't like all this daivam. So evam cha priyabhratuhu mama asammatatvad idam tvaya tyajyam iti bhavaha. So that is, he's telling, because I am your dear brother and because I don't like it, at least for my sake, please put this aside. So kincha twadrishasya daivalambana vado api ayukta ityaha viklavaiti. For next shloka he is telling, why should you do upeksha, why should you keep it aside? Because for a person like you, taking recourse to daivam is something that is not a good thing, it's not a good sign or whatever. Why? Who takes to recourse to daivam? That he is telling here. Viklavo viryahino yas sadaivam anuvartate vira sambhavitatmano nadaivam paryupasate. So viklavaha viryahinaha yaha, that person daivam anuvartate. Yaha viklavaha yaha viryahinaha saha purushaha daivam anuvartate. Viklavaha means a scared person. Kataraha, they are saying. Viklavaha is, so Bayandanguli we say in Tamil. So Pirikivadu in Telugu. So this person who is, so always his nature is to be scared. So that kind of person, Viklavaha, Viryahinaha, he doesn't have any prowess by himself. Such a person, Daivam Anuvartate. He only says Daivam, what can we do? It's my fate, like that. Only he takes recourse to Daivam. Viraha, Sambhavitatmanaha, Nadaivam Paryupasati. On the other hand, those who are strong, Viraha, Sambhavitatmanaha, two ways of interpreting. Tilakakara is telling Sambhavitatmanaha means Sarvaloka Shlaghya Shauryadi Mantaha. Sambhavita Atmanaha. So Sambhavita you can say, so that which is well acknowledged or well respected or well worshipped Atma. Atma here means Shauryadi Gunam. Whose Shauryadi Gunam, so Shauryam prowess, etc., is very well acknowledged and praised. Such people, Sambhavitatmanaha. That is one meaning. And Viraha, so powerful people, Daivam naparyupasate. They don't take recourse to Daivam, my fate. So such things they don't say. Of course, another interpretation for Sambhavitatmanaha is Sambhavitaha samyak prapitaha dridhaha iti yavat atma mano yesham. So Sambhavitaha means dridhigritaha atma. Atma is manas. So he whose mind is strong, that is their willpower is strong, such kind of people. So there is a shloka, I forgot now. So if your willpower is strong enough, then you can undo anything. So like that. Sambhavitatmanaha, and then those strong people, Daivam naparyupasate. Yaha viryahinaha daiva anyatha. So here Yaha, that person who is or ye, so those people who are Viraha, Sambhavitatmanaha, when you say, immediately Shiromani Kara goes into invoking Rama's Ishvara, etc. Because I have never read out anything from Shiromani Kara here. Just let me read some lines here. This is from Shiromani Vyakhya, Shiromani Kara's Vyakhya. Yaha Viryahinaha Daiva Anyatha Karane Asamarthaha. He who cannot undo Daivam, such a person, Viryahinaha. Ateva Viklavaha Kataraha Prakritaha Janaha. So here is ordinary people. So human, mere mortals. Those people, mere mortals, say Daivam, but you are not a mortal. Saha Daivam Anuvartate Anusarati Sambhavitatmanaha. Sambhavitaha Nityam Parishilataha Atma Swarupam Yehi Ateva Viraha Ishvaraha. Here Sambhavitatmanaha, and then Viraha means Ishvaraha, that is, so Devatas. Those Devatas, they don't take recourse to Daivam, etc. And who are you? You are Ishvareshvara. So what to speak about you? That is what he is telling. So Ishvaraha ityarthaha Daivam na paryupasate anusaranti ityarthaha. Etena yad Ishvara Daivam na anusaranti tarhi Ishvareshvaro na anusarati iti kim vaktavyam iti kavyarthapattir alankaro dhvanitaha. So kavyarthapatti alankara, I told this earlier to you. That is Kaimutika Nyayam that they say in Kavya Shastra, Kavyarthapatti. So when Ishwaras themselves don't bother about Daivam, what to speak about you, who is Ishwareshwara? So who are Lord of Lords, they say, what to speak about you. So why are you taking recourse to these things, etc. See, the entire idea here is, so Shiromani Kara's idea is, so Daivam, what Rama said, So he interprets Daivam there is. So it is the fate now of Devatas. Their time has come. Their Dukkha Harana time has come. Therefore, I have to go to forest, and then then I have to stay for 14 years and then do all that. So here Lakshmana is saying, okay, but you are Daivam. Why should you take recourse to their punya karma, their adrishtam, etc.? Why should you take account to that? You just, out of your prowess, right now you kill Ravana Kumbhakarna, or I will go and kill. When he's telling I will kill, I will put an end. So he's telling you don't go to forest, Rama, you stay here, I will go and kill them and come. Such kind of interpretations he's giving very briefly. Anyway, be that as it may, Viklavo Viryahino Yes Sadaivam Anuvartate Vida Sambhavitatmanaha Adaivam Paryupasate. See, in a standalone basis, this is a quotable quote. You can say if a person is, so being very weak and saying, okay, it's my fate. For such people, you can say this on a standalone basis in a shloka. Daivam Purushakarena Yasamarthah Prabadhitum Nadaivena Vipannarthah Purushas Sovasidati. This also on a standalone basis, quotable quote. Daivam Purushakarena Yasamarthaha Prabadhitum. So Yaha Purushakarena Daivam Prabadhitum Samarthaha. Yaha, whosoever, Purushakarena, by his efforts, Daivam, destiny, Prabadhitum. Prabadha here means to, so Anyatha Karanam. So to undo destiny, Yaha Samarthaha, he who is strong enough or powerful enough to undo destiny, Saha Purushaha, na Daivena Vipannarthaha Avasidati. So Saha Purushaha, Daivena Vipannarthaha. So Saha Purushaha, Daivena Vipannarthaha Api, you should say. Such a person who is strong enough, he, even if his artha has been destroyed by Daiva, Daivena Vipannarthaha means even if his purpose or his desired objective or aim or goal has been undone by Daivam, he Saha Navasidati, he does not give up. Just because Daivam, destiny, has willed it otherwise, he does not give up. He undoes the work of destiny also. So Vipannarthaha means Hata Prayojanaha. So he whose Prayojanam has been undone by Daivam, such a person, he does not give in to that Daivam. He will fight back, resist that Daivam. Drakshanti Yaha Purushakarena Swapurushena Daivam Prabhadhitum Samarthaha, etc. So Kuto Nashrayanti, etc. Daivam Badhitum. Okay, so not much Drakshanti. Here onwards there is not much commentary now. We will perhaps finish. Let us see how far we will finish. Drakshanti Twadya Daivasya Paurusham Purushasya cha Daiva Manushayoradya Vyakta Vyaktir Bhavishyati. So Drakshanti tu Adya Daivasya Paurusham Purushasya cha. Adya Janaha you should take. So people today or Lokaha, people today Drakshanti, they will see. Today people will witness. What is it? Daivasya Paurusham Purushasya cha. So Daivasya Paurusham and Purushasya Paurusham perhaps. So the strength of Daivam and then the strength of Purusha also. So what is the strength? So which is so Bala Bala Nirupanam. What is more stronger between Daivam and Purushakara? Today people will see, they will get to witness. I will prove to them that Purushakara is more stronger than Daivam. So Daiva Manushayoho Adya Vyakta Vyaktihi Bhavishyati. Adya means today. Vyaktihi, these people are nicely saying. Vyaktihi, let me find that. So 18th shloka. Vyaktihi means, so Paurusham Balam Drakshanti. Paurusham here means Balam. Daivasya Balam and then Purushasya Balam. Between Purushakara and Daivam. Loka iti seshaha. Vyaktihi Prabala Durbalatva Vivekaha. Vyaktihi means Vivekaha. What is the Viveka? What is Prabala and what is Durbala? That Viveka is called as Vyaktihi here. Daiva Manushayoho Vyaktihi. That is Prabala Durbala Vivekaha. Vyakta Bhavishyati. Today it will be clear. Adya is there, Today the strength, the Viveka of the strength of these two things, Daiva Manushayoho, Manushya Prayatnam and Daivam, the strength of these two things, today it will be very clear. Why it will be clear? Because I am going to show. He will say all that. Today it will be very clear to people. So Vyakta Bhavishyati means Sputa Bhavishyati, to be clear. Adyame Paurushahatam Daivam Drakshanti Vai Janaha Yair Daivad Ahatam Tedya Drishtam Rajyabhishechanam. So Yaihi, by whom? So by people. So Yaihi, by those whom Te Rajyabhishechanam Daivad Ahatam Drishtam. By those people by whom, so those people by whom your Rajyabhishechanam, Daivad ahatam drishtam. So that is people in Ayodhya who have seen that due to destiny your abhishechanam, your pattabhisheka has been undone. The people who have seen this outcome of destiny, those very people, so those people, so they, so te janaha adyame paurushahatam daivam drakshanti. So those people who saw that your abhishekam was destroyed by daivam, those very people, the citizens of Ayodhya, will see that Daivam being destroyed by my Purushakara. Is that clear? So they have seen, they have been witness to this spectacle, that so to this event, that your Rajyabhishekam was undone by Daivam. That is the second line. Yaihi. So by whosoever, Daivat te adya Rajyabhishechanam ahatam drishtam. By whom your Rajyabhishechanam, your Pattabhishekam, Daivat, because of fate, ahatam drishtam, has been seen, that it has been undone. Taihi, that taihi you have to say because yaihi is there. So taihi janaihi, so yaihi, so te janaha, those very same people. So why indeed adya today, so paurushahatam daivam drakshanti, they will see that daivam which has undone your abhisheka has been undone by my purushakara. That is what he is saying. Me paurushahatam, by my balam, by my Purushakara, I am going to destroy that Daivam, and these people will see that also today. Atyankusham ivoddamam gajam madajalodhatam pradhavitam aham Daivam paurushena nivartaye. So Rama might say, no, Lakshmana, he has already said it, that Daivam is so strong, etc. What can you do about it? How strong can Daivam be? Is it like that elephant which has, so it's a very, very rowdy elephant, and so it has gone wild, it has broken its shackles and it's running towards people angrily. Is that how Daivam is coming? Like that elephant? I will go and face such an elephant and put an end to it. That is what he is telling Atyankusham gajam. So gajam, elephant, which is Atyankusham. Atyankusham means that Ankusha, that goad or that hook kind of thing with which he will be poking the elephant. So that goad, Atyankusham. Atyankusham means that Ankusham has been disregarded by that elephant, such kind of elephant. So the elephant which has disregarded the goad. And then Uddamam. Uddamam means that elephant has broken its shackles. So they will put iron chains to elephant's legs, if you have seen. So that iron chains also it has broken away. And then how is it? Mada Jalodhatam. So by Mada, and so Mada Jala, that that rut which they say the rowdy elephant will have, it is Uddhata. It is now very fierce or strong with that Mada Jala. Pradhavitam, and also it is running angrily, it is running out in the wild. So aham, so that gajam, so if Daivam is like that gajam, so that Daivam, so gajam iva Daivam, iva is there here, Atyankusham iva is there. So Atyankusham gajam iva Daivam, Daivam which is like that elephant gone wild, that Daivam paurushena aham nivartaye. Today with my paurusham I am going to put an end to it, I am going to go and resist it and all that. Lokapala samastaste nadya ramabhishechanam nachakitsnastrayo loka vihanyuh kim punah pita. So let all the devatas come together, let all the three worlds come together. Nobody can today put an obstruction to your abhishekam. What to speak about this old father? Lokapalaha samastaha. Samastaha lokapalaha. All the lokapalas together, and then Nacha kritsnas trayo lokaha. So trayo lokaha kritsnaha. Kritsna means in entirety all the three worlds. So all the three worlds and all the lokapalas of those three worlds, even if all of them come together, te Ramabhishechanam. So here Ramabhishechanam means, hey Rama, te tava abhishechanam. That is one way. Or te Ramabhishechanam. That doesn't seem, the second interpretation which I am going to give now doesn't seem so appropriate, but commentators are giving that also. Ramabhishechanam means Ramasya Abhishechanam. Te Ramasya Abhishechanam, but it doesn't fit in very well grammatically. So te, he Rama, te tava Abhishechanam. So after Rama, of course, there Savarna Dirgha Sandhi is there. So you can take it as he Rama, te Abhishechanam. So adya today, navihanyuhu. So they cannot put an end to your Abhishekam today, he Rama, who neither the three worlds nor the Lokapalas, nobody can put an end to your Abhishekam today. Kim punah pita. What to speak about this father of ours who is old and who is weak and he doesn't have people support in this context, etc. What can he do? Let this Lokapalas come, let the three worlds come together. Nobody can stop me today. यैर्विवासस्तवारण्ये मिथो राजन् समर्थितः अरण्ये ते विवत्स्यन्ति चतुर्दश समास्तथा. So somebody else in the palace also must have conspired to all these things. You are going to the forest, all of them. So they will go to the forest. You don't worry. You will stay here. Those people will go and stay in the forest for 14 years. Yaihi, so te vivasaha. So yaihi means by whom? Te vivasaha, your banishment. You are going away to the forest. Aranye vivasaha, you are staying or banishment in the forest. Hey Rajan, see Rajan, Lakshmana is already so addressing Rama as Rajan. Rama, you are the king if you ask me. You are the Raja now. Hey Rajan, te vivasaha, te aranye vivasaha, your banishment to the forest. Yaihi mithaha samarthitaha. This yaihi by whom? Mithaha, between themselves, samarthitaha, supported. That is all those who have held in this conspiracy. That is one meaning for mithaha. Mithaha, another meaning Govinda Raja is telling, secretly samarthitaha. So mithaha means secretly, or mithaha means parasparam also. So mithaha rahasi. Mitho anyonya rahasyayoho iti Vaijayanti kosha. He is quoting Govinda Raja iti Vaijayanti. So mithaha means secretly, mithaha means between themselves. So between themselves they have conspired. So if anybody else also has supported this decision, Dasharatha's ministers or Kaikeyi's handmaids, etc., all of them. So yaihi samarthitaha, by all those people who have supported this decision of yours, te vivatsyanti aranye. Those people will stay in the forest. They will go to the forest. Te aranye vivatsyanti. They will be banished and they will be staying in the forest. How many years? Tatha chaturdasha samaha. So the way you have been asked to stay in the forest for 14 years, the same way those people will stay instead of you. Aham tadasham dhakshyami pitus tasyascha yatava abhisheka vighatena putra rajyaya vartate. So aham tadasham dhakshyami. So tadasham here you should say tam asham and not tasya asham. Okay. So tasya asha, tadasha, I don't know if that fits in. Aham tadasham dhakshyami. Tadasha means here tam asham. That desire, dhakshyami, I am going to burn it away today. Nobody can even entertain that desire. Whose desire it is? So pituhu tadasham, tam asham, pituhu of the father, that desire, dhakshyami, I am going to burn it away today. Not just him, tasyascha, of her also, tasyaha cha. So of hers also the desire. Who is she? He is not even taking the name. Tasyaha, of her. Who is she? Ya tava abhisheka vighatena putra rajyaya vartate. She who is, so who by doing vighata to your abhisheka, who by obstructing your vighata, putra rajyaya vartate. So she is, vartate here, she is intent upon, she is thinking, she is planning, or she is excited about her putra rajya. That is putra being the raja. That is what she is excited about. How is she doing it? By putting you away, sending you away to the forest. Her desire also today I am going to undo. I am going to put an end to that desire of hers. Madbalena viruddhaya nasyad daivabalam tatha prabhavishyati dukkhaya yathogram paurusham mama. Madbalena viruddhaya nasyad daivabalam tatha. Madbalena viruddhaya. So he who is standing opposite to me, so to my prowess. So he who is standing opposite to Madbala, Madbalena viruddhaya. So nasyad daiva balam tata. So there is suppose somebody comes opposite to me to fight with me in this mission of mine to undo their desire and give you the kingdom. Madbalena viruddhaya. He who is in opposite to me, for him viruddhaya chaturthi, for that person nasyad daiva balam tatha. His daiva balam will not be so strong. For him there is no daiva balam so strong that can undo my paurusha balam. That is what he is telling. So tasya, so daiva balam na prabhavishyati. So yatha is there, yatha ugram mama paurusham dukkhaya prabhavishyati. Like my paurusha balam will act for his dukkha, like that his daiva balam cannot act for his sukha. That is the idea. Like my effort is going to inflict dukkha upon him. Yatha mama ugram paurusham, like my fierce purushakara dukkhaya prabhavishyati is going to act upon his dukkha, for the sake of his dukkha, like my paurusham will be his daivam will not be like that. That is, his luck will be so bad. His luck cannot undo my Purushakara today. My Purushakara is going to give him dukkha, and he is not going to get any sukha from daivam. That is the idea. So that is, he cannot withstand me today in this war. Whoever comes, so mad balayena viruddhaya. So for he who is mad balena viruddhaha, so he who is standing opposite to my prowess, he who comes to oppose me, for that person there is no daivam so strong that can undo my Purushakara, which is going to inflict dukkha upon him. ऊर्ध्वं वर्षसहस्रान्ते प्रजापाल्यम् अनन्तरम् आर्यपुत्राः करिष्यन्ति वनवासं गते त्वयि. Rama, you want to go to forest? Yes, there is time for when you should go to forest. That is when you attain the age when you will go to vanaprastha. That time you go to forest. At that time your sons will continue to be the king after you, and even then Bharata will not get any chance. But yeah, you can go to vanavasa. That time you can do. For now you should not. So Urdhvam Varshasahasrante. So Urdhvam means later. Later means when? After 1000 years you can go. Varshasahasrante. At the end of 1000 years. Praja. So Anantaram. Anantaram means later. So Varshasahasrante at the end. So at the end of 1000 years. Later. Later at the end of 1000 years. So Varshasahasrante Antaram. Urdhvam means later. So that Urdhvam is being explained by saying Varshasahasrante. So Aryaputraha Karishyanti. So Tvai Vanavasangate. So after 1000 years when you go to Vanavasa. Why will you go to Vanavasa? Because it will be time for your Vanaprastha. Tvai Vanavasangate. When you have gone for Vanavasa, at that time Aryaputraha Karishyanti. What will they do? Prajapalyam. Aryaputraha Prajapalyam Karishyanti. Aryaputraha here means Aryasya Tava Putraha. The sons of you, the noble you. Those people, that is your sons, not Bharata. That's the idea. Aryaputraha Prajapalyam Karishyanti. They will rule. Prajapalyam, Prajapalanam. So that Prajapalyam Karishyanti, your sons. And even then Bharata does not stand any chance. You can go to forest at that time, not now. Purva Rajarshi Vrityahi Vanavaso Bhidhiyate Praja Nikshipya Putreshu Putravat Paripalane. So why you are saying that time you should go, not now? Because this is the Purva Raja Vritti. This is how kings earlier have behaved. How they have behaved after so many years. That is, they have ruled enough and then their children have come of age. At that time they will go to Vanavasa. Iti Purva Rajarshi Vritti. So earlier Rajarshis, this is how they behaved. So great kings before us. Purva Rajarshi Vrityahi Vanavasaha Abhidhiyate. This going to the forest is mandated by Purva Rajarshis in this way, not in the way our father is telling, now you go for 14 years. No. Purva Rajarshi Vritti, that is convention of Purva Rajarshis, mandates Vanavasa in this way, that is in Vanaprastha Ashrama. So in this way means in what way? So Putreshu Prajaha Nikshipya Vanavasaha Vidhiyate. So Vanavasa has been mandated by Purva Rajarshi convention, Purva Rajarshi's action, Vritti. How? Putreshu Prajaha Nikshipya. Prajaha here means, so people. People means what? Kingdom. So this politician recently made that comment, right? So what is India? Is it people? Is it country? Whatever. Prajaha, people. So people means kingdom. That kingdom, Putreshu Nikshipya, having handed over that kingdom to people, Vanavasaha Abhidhiyate. Vanavasa is then mandated after you hand over the kingdom to your children. So why should you hand over the kingdom to children? Putravat Paripalane. So that they will take care of this kingdom like their own child, Putra or son. So like you for long enough rule over this kingdom and take care of the kingdom like your own child. After 1000 years or whatever, when you grow old and they come of age, you hand over the kingdom to them and then you go to the forest and they will continue to look after the kingdom as their own children. Vanavasaha Tatha Abhidhiyate. That is how Vanavasa is mandated. How? Purva Rajarshi Vritya. So the convention of Purva Rajarshis is like this and not the way this king is mandating. Sached Rajanyanekagre Rajya Vibhramashankaya Naivamichasi Dharmatman Rajyam Ramatvamatmani. So this Purva Rajarshi Vritti, this Dasharatha should be following. You see, this Dasharatha is old enough, he should give you the kingdom and silently go Vanaprasthashrama. Why is he doing all this? That is what he is telling. So Rajani Anekagre Rajya Vibhrama Shankaya Atmani Rajyam he Dharmatman Rama Naivamichasi Chet. So Saha Rajani Anekagre. While that king Dasharatha Anekagre Sati, Rajani Anekagre Sati. So that is Sati Saptami. While that king is Anekagra. Anekagra means if he is of Chanchala Buddhi, if he is not Sthira. How are you saying he is not Sthira? Because it is already time for him to go to Vanaprastha. Why is he still here? Because he is not able to decide, should I go or should I stay? He is not able to decide. That Chanchala Buddhi, he is there, and because he has that Chanchala Buddhi, he is still holding on to the kingdom, and therefore because he is still holding on to, you don't want to take away from him. Why? Because Rajya Vibhrama Shankaya. If now without my father giving the kingdom to me, if I take it away from me, then all the doshas, earlier he mentioned, last time we saw that if I don't follow dharma, what will people think? They will think this Rama will be like this only. Later he will not take care of us also. All that Rajya Vibhrama, Loka Nasha, etc. will come up. That Shanka is troubling you. What is the Shanka? That this Dasharatha, maybe he still has a desire for the kingdom, so he's still holding on to it. And that being the case, Rajani Anekagre Sati means here, that being the case, if you are having this Shanka that in this case, if I take away the kingdom from Dasharatha, then there will be Rajya Vibhrama. That is, there will be disharmony in this Rajyam. Nobody will follow any dharma at all. If that is the Shanka, and because of that Shanka, Shankaya means because of that Shanka, Atmani Tvam Rajyam Na Ichhasi. Evam means in this way, that is by all these, what should I say, by all these reasons that, out of what will happen to the kingdom, etc., that fear or concern. So, Atmani Rajyam Na Ichhasi. For yourself, you are not desiring this kingdom, if this is the reason. So, Na Ichhasi Chet. If this is the reason why you are not desiring the kingdom, He Dharmatman Rama. So, you have to supply something here. What you have to supply here is, Naichhasi Chet Tada Shankam Tyaja iti Seshaha. So, if this is your doubt, then that Shanka please give away. So out of this Shanka, what will happen to this kingdom if I myself don't follow Dharma? If that is the Shanka, then please don't entertain such a Shanka. So what will be the Anvaya here? So Rajani Anekagre Rajya Vibhrama Shankaya Tvam Atmani Rajyam Naivam Ichhasi Chet. So that Shankam Tyaja, that you have to add. So Shankam Tyajeti Sheshaha. Tam Shankam Tyaja. That doubt you please give away. Tam Shankam Tyaja is Valmiki is having in his mind, but he didn't write it there perhaps. Tam Shankam Tyaja, please give up on that doubt. So here something I forgot to say. Yeah, Dharmatman Rama, that is Sambodhana. Hey Rama, hey Dharmatman. If this is the doubt that is troubling you, please give away on that doubt. Pratijane cha te veera mabhuvam veeralokabhak rajyan tava charaksheyam aham veleva sagaram. Hey Rama, hey Veera, I swear in front of you. Te pratijane. Te means tava agre. So te pratijane, in front of you, I swear. Pratijane means I make the solemn swear, promise I make. So hey Veera, so Rajyan tavacha raksheyam. Your Rajyam I will protect. Don't worry about what will happen if these people, if I don't follow my father's words and take the kingdom now from him, what will happen? People might follow adharma, the kingdom might, lose the harmony, etc. Don't worry. Rajyam, tava Rajyam, aham raksheyam. I will protect that Rajyam. So this I swear in front of you. So how will I protect? Sagaram vela iva raksheyam. Like the shores protect the sagara. That is, so the shores ensure. So in a very poetic way, the shores ensure that the sagaram doesn't cross the shore or whatever. Bank was not bank, the shore or the beach, So like the shore ensures that the sagara doesn't cross it, like that I will ensure that there is no dharmollanganam in your kingdom. That is, when you are ruling, I will ensure. This is the pratignya I am doing. And if I don't follow that, so mabhuvam veeraloka bhag, may I not be a enjoyer of Veeraloka if I am not able to stand this pratigna. That is, as a Kshatriya, that Veeraloka is very important to him, that Sarga which Veeras, great, warriors get, that Sarga may I not get if I am not able to protect your Rajam. This is the pratigna I am doing in front of you. So te means tavagre. So long back once I told you. So bahu te pradhakshyami. Bhima says to Yudhishthira, in that after the dice game, etc. So it looks like he's telling te bahu pradhakshyami, your two arms I will burn. But then Nilakantha, very important, Nilakantha, who is the commentator of Mahabharata, he says te there means tavagre, in front of you my bahu I will burn. So Bhima is not somebody who would speak like that to his elder brother in front of a court especially. So here also te means tavagre, in front of you, pratijane, I swear that if I am not able to protect the kingdom like even that shore protects the samudra from crossing over, like that I will also protect dharma in your kingdom without being transgressed. If I don't do that, ma bhuvam viraloka bhag, may I not get all the viralokas if I am not able to stand up to this word. मंगलैर अभिषिञ्चस्व तत्र त्वं व्यापृतो भव अहमेको महीपालान् अलं वारयितुं बलात्. So mangalaihi abhishinchaswa, hey Rama, okay, stop all this discussion. So mangalaihi abhishinchaswa, with all these mangala dravyams you get your pattabhishekam done. So abhishinchaswa, you do your pattabhishekam with all these mangala dravyas. So pattabhishekam is not something that you perform. So I put all that jalam on my head and my pattabhishekam, aisa nahi hota. So he is telling abhishinchaswa means vashishtadibhihi iti seshaha. Tilakakara and Govindaraj also is telling. So abhishinchaswa, that is you perform the abhishekam means what? Through Vasishtadi brahmanas there, munis, through them you get your pattabhisheka performed. That is the idea. So tatra tvam vyapruto bhava, you please be engaged in that. Tatra means in that abhisheka vishaye, tvam vyapruto bhava, you be engaged. Vyaprutaha means here engaged. So you be engaged in that pattabhisheka and related matters. Don't think about what will happen. People might come and oppose all these things. Aham ekaha mahipalan varayitum balat varayitum alam. I am by myself. Aham ekaha, me alone is enough for what? Balat mahipalan varayitum. Alam means enough. I am enough. So I by myself single-handedly I can resist or put an end to all those kings who might oppose this action that you do. Nobody is going to do that. But if suppose somebody comes and say, hey Rama, how can you do it? Your father asked you to go to forest. How can you do? How can you get this pattabhishekam done? It is somebody, if somebody is coming against you, then all of them, Mahipalan, all those kings, balat varayitum, by putting an end to them or resisting them with my bala, I am aham ekaha alam, I am single-handedly sufficient. So how will you do all that? Suppose Rama gets a doubt. Nashobhartha vimau bahu nadhanur bhushanaye me nasirabandhanarthaya nasharastambhahetavaha amitra mathanarthaya sarvametat chatushtayam. How will I do? So suppose Rama asks, how will you do? How will I do? I will tell you how will I do. These bahu that I have, they are not for any decoration. You see, strong words people will speak, na shobhartho imau bahu. Bahu, that dirgham indicates vivachana. These two bahu, these two arms that I have, they are not shobhartho. They are not merely for decoration. Now shobhartho imau bahu. These two hands are not just for decoration. So shobhartha, so here for beauty you can say. So these two hands are not to say, hey, Lakshmana is very beautiful. He has two very nice arms. That is not the reason why I have these arms. Now dhanuhu bhushanaya me. May dhanuhu, my bow that I have, it's not an ornament upon me. It is not bhushanaya. It's not for the sake of an ornament. Na asihi abandhanarthaya. So asihi means khadga. The khadga I have is not for abandhana. Abandhana means, Tilakakara is nicely writing, abandhanarthaya means kashthanam parasparam bandha hetu chidradi karanaya. So abandhanarthaya means to tie. So to tie means what? So to tie sticks or logs of wood together. So why do you need sword to tie logs of woods together? Because you have to cut that wood into small pieces so that you can tie them together. Abandhanaya. That is Tilakakara's meaning. Govindraja also has very nice meaning. Abandhanaya means apatataha virabhushanapaya katyam bandharupa prayojanaya. So abandhanaya means for me tying. So you tie that sword, that sheath will be there which you will tie to your kati, to the hip they will tie that. So the sword is not there just for me to tie on the hip. So it seems to be a more nice meaning. Na asihi abandhanarthaya. This sword that I am having, it's not just for tying to my hip or anything like that. Na shara stambhahetavaha. Sharaha, arrows, they are not stambha. They are not there just to do stambha. Stambha means what? Each of them has a meaning. Stambha kasyachit kashtadehe adhapatana pratibandhaha. Stambha hetavaha means my arrows are not there to, so suppose some wood is falling, then you put one arrow, then the wood won't fall. So that is not why my arrows are there, just to stop them from, for stop logs of wood from falling down. That is not the reason why I have arrows. Or stambhahetavaha, Shiromanikara says samuhi bhuya stambha nirmana nirmapaka na. So that is, they are not just to, my arrows are not there just to collect them and build one stambha out of it. That is not why I have arrows. Govinda Raja gives one more meaning for stambhahetavaha. Stambhahetavaha kevalam lakshyabhuta stambhahetavaha tushnyam sthapanahetavaha itiva. So they are not for the sake of stambha. Stambha here means pillar. So these arrows are not there only to hit at pillows. While they are practicing bow and arrow, etc., they might be targeting some pillar, not pillow, pillar. Suppose they are targeting some pillar. These arrows are not there just to target at pillars. That is what he is telling. So my bahus are not just to add beauty to me. My dhanuhu is not just for an ornament's sake. My khadga is just not for tying to my hip. These arrows are not just for targeting, these pillars or any such trial, what should I say, objects. No. Amitra mathanarthaya sarvam etat chatushtayam. So sarvam etat chatushtayam, these. So etat chatushtayam, 4 means, the group of 4. This group of 4, sarvam etat chatushtayam, amitra mathanarthaya. These are there not for those ornaments sake, etc. They are there to put an end to amitra, to put an end to Shatrus. So he is going to say how he is going to cut each one of them and all that. In the next shlokas he is going to say, with this sword I am going to cut everybody who comes. I am going to make this earth filled with blood. I am going to cut people's head, and so all the elephants, horses, whatever they bring, all of them I will cut into pieces, he will say. So we will stop here. The next shlokas, etc., we will see in the next class. Om Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakāñjalim Bāshpavari Paripurnalocanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramarpanamastu.